Hey everybody, this is Patrick from Rocky Mountain Style. It's been a little bit since I've posted a video. I apologize for that. Life's been pretty busy for me and the family lately. Haven't had a lot of time, but I'm excited to be able to do this video today. It's basically a full brand overview of GUSTIN, all the different pieces I've picked up over the last couple of years at my own cost, and then 4 new pieces that they sent me when I told them that I was thinking about making this video. So I'm not going to do a lot of big intro here because there's going to be a lot of stuff to get through and I don't want it to be too long. But we're going to have a waffle knit sort of long sleeve shirt, this undershirt I have on right here. We're going to have this overshirt, which is a really nice sort of indigo, slubby dyed kind of an indigo. 4 different pairs of pants. 3 are Selvedge denim, 1's non-Selvedge denim. We're going to do a thick rainbow neck hoodie. We're going to do a natural leather belt. What else? Heavyweight t-shirt, which I bought a while ago. And if I forgot anything, you'll see it in the video. But a lot of stuff to get through. So I'm glad you're here with me today. Let's talk a little bit about GUSTIN. Okay, if you are not new to the menswear space, GUSTIN is probably not a new brand to you. They've been around a lot. They do a lot of advertising in the menswear space, at least the heritage space that most of us occupy. They have, I won't call it unique, it's getting more and more common, but they have a somewhat unique business model where you pick a project and then it's sort of crowdsourced, crowdfunded until it gets to 100%. And then once it's fully funded, they produce everything that people bought. So that, of course, eliminates waste. Of course, it also makes you wait quite a while for the product that you want. I guess you have to decide for yourself whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is reducing the waste worth the cost of waiting quite a while for your products? Usually, I think yes. Usually, we can wait for the cool things we want. The thing that I think is the coolest about that model, though, is it allows them to produce a small amount of, I guess, prototypes or just a few pieces for the models to wear. And so they can have an immense selection. And this is no hyperbole. There's not a single retailer, I think, on the internet or otherwise that has a better selection of cool fabrics and sort of unique ways to apply those fabrics to, shirts, jeans, bags, jackets, you name it, shoes. So if you're looking for something unique, you're looking for something a little outside your comfort zone to maybe change up your style or challenge yourself a little bit, I really think GUSTIN's a good spot to look. Now let's talk about those timelines. I've been shopping with GUSTIN for over 2 years. I've spent, several hundred, if not over $1,000 on their products of my own money. They've also given me 4 pieces to show off here today. If you're interested in checking any of that kind of stuff out, I'll leave links in the description. But the timelines that I've seen are, I think, on the shortest. I think I ordered something and it took 6 weeks to come in, probably because I came in right at the end of the campaign, 5 to 6 weeks before it was delivered. On the long side, I think I've waited, 12, 13, 14 weeks for something if I got in on the ground floor. I think that was on my actually on my rainbow neck denim that I'll show off here later. There was quite a bit of wait for those, but as it turns out, definitely worth the wait. So that's a good thing. So yeah, that's the company. You get good value on things. If you just want to look at Selvedge denim, they have Selvedge denim options for under $100. They also have really unique fabrics, maybe thicker fabrics that go up, closer to $200. So in my opinion, based on the quality I've seen, I think you probably get a little more than what you're paying. So I do think GUSTIN provides a good value, and all they ask is that you just wait a little while for them to make the clothes for you. So let's get on to some of the stuff. The rest of it is just going to be me holding the camera, doing close-ups of all these different pieces I have and sort of talking through my experience with them. So stick around if you're interested in that. Thanks. All right, let's talk denim first. So you can see here I have 4 pairs of denim from left to right, and then also in terms of how long I've had them in reverse order. So these dark ones over here on the left are the Okayama standard Selvedge denim. So they're actually part of a few pieces of items that GUSTIN stocks. So if you want these and they have them in your size, you don't have to wait. These are the rainbow neck Selvedge, which are really cool. I've been wanting these for a while. When I first went to the GUSTIN website, I saw these years ago and I fell in love with them. Never really bought them because I was doing other things, but then finally I saw them pop back up again and I was like, I need these. I like the fact you can see that they're, so these are black, these are, you know, sort of a stonewash. I don't, stonewash is not the right color, sort of a vintage blue, and these are a deep indigo over here. So, yeah, those. Notice too, leather patches on both, really nice leather patches. This here is a Cone Mills black stretch Selvedge, which was part of dead stock that they did a while ago. So, Selvedge denim that has stretch, black patch up there as you can see. And then these ones over here on the right are called brown umber denim. So these are not Selvedge denim. As you can see, they don't have, you know, Selvedge ID. They have the normal stitching. These are a really thin denim, very thin, very light. I really liked this brown color when I saw them on the website and thought, you know, those would be cool to pick up as sort of, you know, I want to wear denim, but I don't want to wear blue, you know, kind of a thing. I can't get the focus to change there. But so these were the start of my journey trying to figure out GUSTIN sizing, right? So one of the things you hear a lot of people say is that they run small. That's true. Another way to say it is that they don't use vanity sizing. Also true. They do have detailed measurements on their website. Myself and others I've talked to have not had a good luck following the measurements. So I'm going to do my best to talk you through it real quick here. So there's a few different cuts. Basically, you've got skinny, slim, and regular, or I guess straight, I think is what they call it. These two here are slim. These two here over here are straight. So initially, I was getting into fashion more, losing some weight, and in a lot of major big box brands, you know, Levi's or whoever, they have slim cut, which seem to be more like they're straight. So their slim is probably closer to what most people would consider a skinny, and their skinny is probably like, unless you're actually a really skinny dude, don't even bother. So these are both 34 waist, and then the Okayama standards are 35 waist. I normally, over the last 2 years or so, have worn either a 33 or a 34 waist, depending on the company. So really just recently in the last couple of months, starting in mid-June, I got back on the program and tried to hit my goal, which as of yesterday, I actually hit my goal. So I'm down to 175. Most of the time I've been running this channel, I've been between, call it 195 and 185. Down to 175. So my actual waist size that I would wear in vanity sizing, probably more like 32. Meaning 34 would be the right size for me. As you'll see later, I'll put them up on the screen. I wore these on video. 34 slim are too slim for me. I have thick legs, average to above average muscular legs. These are too slim, and it took me 2 pair to figure that out. The 34 straights are perfect now. When I was 192 pounds in the middle of June, when these came in, they were too big. Couldn't wear them. 5'8.5", 192 pounds. These were too tight around the top block and just weren't good. And I was like, well, I need to keep them, get them tailored, get them stretched out. Thankfully, I was able to drop the weight I'd been trying to drop for the last couple of years, got down to my goal weight of 175. 34 straight is the right size for me. These 35s were pretty good when I was right around 190 or the high 180s. Now they're a bit big. I haven't washed or soaked those yet. I'm trying to wear them several times before I do that. But I think if those get, you know, shrunk up a bit, they'd still be good. So these are good. So just take your normal size you wear. If you're normally a 32 waist, buy a 34. And unless you're actually slim or actually skinny, get the straight. That's my advice to you. So quality-wise, fantastic. I think these are great jeans. Start with these Okayama standards. Or sorry, here I'm gonna pause this so I can get the. Yeah. All right. Hang on. All right, we're back with the macro lens enabled. So you can see they always do the Selvedge ID on this back strap here, and then of course they have, you know, Selvedge ID inside here. So this is a cool black and red. So these are, you know, a little bit stretchy as you can see. Don't think these are available right now. Maybe they are. Who knows? They were a dead stock fabric, but these were cool. My first sort of introduction to stretch Selvedge. These are a little bit tight, but sometimes I will wear them still because they do have stretch. But we're not going to focus on those. These are ones I bought. This is my most recent GUSTIN purchase. You can see there's a nice light blue Selvedge ID. This is the rainbow nep. You can see, it's hard to see on camera, but you see all the yellows in there. There's a red. Really easy to see though when you come down here. And there, you see all that, the blue, the red, the yellow. I just think this is really cool. This may not be your cup of tea, but for me, I think it's great. Had to wait a while to get these tailored. I got them from the 36 inches they come at. I got them tailored down to like, I think 29 inches, so then I can roll them a little bit to do what I like to do. But you can see, so GUSTIN, and these, of course, are made in the USA. This is Japanese fabric. I think all their stuff is done in the USA, most of it in California. I think they might do a few things other places. WearGustin.com, straight fit. But yeah, just a really nice, nice detail there. G on the inside of these rivets. GUSTIN quality garments right there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think, that's not a big deal. I don't think I've ever seen a pair of jeans that doesn't have loose threads like that. But yeah, really cool stuff, really cool fabric, like super unique. If people notice, they ask you about it. If they don't notice, you can tell them about it if you're outgoing. And then Okayama Standard. These ones, as far as just pure looks, I think these might be my favorite. The denim itself is not super slubby, but a little slubby. It's not a super tight weave. You can see there the difference in the warp and weft yarns, that white poking out in a non-uniform way. Some, almost like lines. Some are thicker than others. Really cool. But my favorite part of these is this unique sort of dashed orange Selvedge ID. Like, I think that's really, really awesome. Probably my favorite part of these. I really hope when I do end up soaking and washing these that they shrink up a little bit, because I will wear the heck out of these and fade them up. Nice. See, there's the Selvedge ID from the inside. My tailor tried to mimic something they had. That's not GUSTIN, that's my tailor. Don't think she did a very good job, but it's neither here nor there. Okay, so that's the denim real quick. I like them. I wear them often, at least, in the times where I've had them and I've fit into them, I wear them often, and looking forward to fading these guys and continuing to show off those rainbow Selvedge. So if you have any questions about denim, leave it in the comments. Let's move on to the hoodie. All right, here's the hoodie. Start out, I just want to show there's a nice leather patch on the inside of the hoodie. You don't see that very often on a hoodie. You'll notice no, what are they, pulls? I don't know what even to call them. The little rope. I hate these things. I think the ones for this are a little bit long. They hung down quite low, which I don't like. I was going to take them out anyways, but I just wanted to note that I thought they were a little long. So if you're into those things, just know that they're probably a little long. So this is a really thick hoodie. Pretty coarse on the outside. This, of course, is their natural rainbow nep. Again, like this, something about this I just think is really cool. It resonates with me. It's a conversation starter. It's kind of whimsical without being too terribly out there. And it's really only 4 colors. It's not every color of the rainbow. There's no purples, indigos, violets, Roy G. Biv, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's just neat and it's really easy to see. Down at the bottom, on the elastic cuff near the bottom, you've got another G in leather. So this is a medium, which for me at 5'8.5", 175 pounds is the right size. It's not even oversized, like it's the right size. So if you're any bigger than me, odds are you need to size up. On the side panel, you can see here they have another sort of elastic piece sewn in on the sides, which makes the front and the back sort of maintain their shape a little bit better when you're wearing them. And that's just sort of like a higher end, I think, design feature that you don't see on everything. So a normal sort of kangaroo pouch at the front, that's what I call them. Don't know if that's a normal phrase for them. But this is going to be my go-to hoodie for this fall and winter. I've already worn it several times. I've slept in it once when I fell asleep. Really comfortable, really cool. If you're looking for a hoodie that's not just like, normal run-of-the-mill, I think this could be a good one for you. The inside, of course, probably brushed many times. Super soft, as you can see there. Yeah, pretty much exactly what you want in a hoodie. So I'm not sure what else to say about it other than it's awesome. And yeah, look at that nep. How cool is that? All right, let's move on to something else. All right, so this is a natural belt. It's a little bit lighter in person than it looks like it's showing up here on the, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so really no dye or tannage to speak of. It's just natural the way it comes out. You might be able to see a little bit of blue on there. I've been wearing these with raw denim, so the inside's going to blue up. I've worn this probably, yeah, you can see the blue there, 6 or 7 times since I got it. It's going to patina however you wear it, you know, whatever kind of oils in your skin there are, or whatever you do out in the wild. It's going to develop its own unique, you know, patina for you. See, there you go. I probably had something on my hands one time when I was putting it on, so there's a little bit of darkness there. Really nice, really well built belt. You've got the Chicago screws. So if you wanted to swap out the nickel hardware for brass or antique brass or something, you could do that without any issue at all. This is a 36. Again, now that I've lost a few pounds, it's probably a little, I mean, it's not even really a little big. I'm still wearing it here on this middle one. So yeah, take your whatever your pant size is and go up 2, and if you're in between, go up again. You'll notice here, which is really nice, 7 holes that are 1/2 inch spaced apart instead of 5 holes that are 1 inch apart, which is a lot of times what you get with belts. This gives you a lot better granularity with how tight you want your belt, depending on your pants or if you had a big dinner. That alone, I think, is worth its weight in gold. You know, I think all belts should have the holes spaced a 1/2 inch apart, instead of some that have them spaced further apart. What else? Oh, this is 1 3/4 inches instead of 1.5 inches. Little bit wide, widest belt I've ever owned. Looks great with jeans, I think. Probably wouldn't wear it with chinos or anything like that. But yeah, as far as jean belt goes, probably one of the best you can get. This, when they sent it to me, this was part of their stock that you could just buy. I looked right before I started doing this video, didn't see it. But if you're interested in something like this, feel free to pick it up. I think for the price they're charging, it's fair value. I don't think it's great value, but I do think it's fair value looking at the others in the market. And I do have a lot of expensive heritage belts from different companies. I did a video on them one time, and I have more that I've picked up since then. I kind of really like belts. But there it is. Yeah, I think that's a great belt. If you're looking for something like that, you could definitely do worse. So let's move on. So my first purchase with GUSTIN, believe it or not, was a 3-pack of heavyweight t-shirts. I was getting into doing heavyweight t-shirt reviews on the channel, trying to figure out the best ones. I have these in a large, which I like. I still think that's probably the right size. I don't like my heavyweight t-shirts to be too tight. These are, I think, a really good value. They're certainly not the highest quality or the thickest or the heaviest heavyweight t-shirts on the market. They're nowhere near as thick as like the 13-ounce free note cloth, or even the, stated 8-weight ounce Flint and Tinder, or even the Taylor Stitch heavy bag tee. This is slightly lighter than all those. However, this is less than half the price of all those things that I mentioned. Really, the only other thing that I've tried on the market that's about the same as far as, I think, quality and price, which is also a great value, are the Brave Star Glory Day tees. These are kind of in that category where you can get them, for a decent amount per shirt. I think they're pretty well made. I haven't had any issues with like stitches ripping. Like this, I've had this shirt 2 years. Now, I haven't worn it like 1,000 times or anything, but it has been washed several times and worn several times, and you can see the collars held up well. So I bought these as a 3-pack, I mentioned. I will say one thing. I don't know if it was an error where these are sewn on. You see how they're sewn up on there? But these edges are a little bit hard, and that unfortunately turns this tag, this specific tag, into the least comfortable tag that I own. My other 2 shirts I actually stitch ripped and tried to pull the tag off to make them a little more comfortable, and I ended up making holes back here. So there's little tiny holes that have opened up. So make sure to look at the pictures. I don't know if this was an error or not, or if this kind of stuff really bugs you, maybe look elsewhere. But I have to mention that to be truthful. I think it's a really good shirt and a fantastic value. This is, of course, a little wrinkled, but for cheap heavyweight t-shirts, these are some of the best on the market, I think, minus the tag, which, if this is the way they do it, GUSTIN, if you watch this, figure out a better way to do it. These are really uncomfortable. Okay, on to 2 more pieces. All right, at first, I wasn't too sure if I'd love this or not. Turns out I do love it. So this is the inside. Check this fabric out. So it's like an indigo, I think they call it rainbow, but you can see it's just a lighter shade of blue, white, and yellow. There's the front side, a nice indigo, and you can really see the yellow coming through. But yeah, this is basically just a, a button-down, a button-down shirt, sort of utility shirt. You've got the two pockets on the front, two patch pockets with buttons. You have the neck closure here, if that's something that you like. You can make sure your neck stays closed. Truth in advertising, I don't like this at all. After I'm done with this video, I'm going to get my tailor to cut that and then try to make it, look like this, because it just bugs me. I'm never going to button the top button because I get claustrophobic. So, if you like that, cool. If not, it's not that bad to deal with, or you can just pay a few bucks to have a tailor cut it off. But the quality of this shirt, I think, is exceptional. This is perhaps the highest quality item from Gustin I've owned. So if you look here, going down the seam, you've got triple chain stitch, right? So triple chain stitch. You might think like, oh, what's the big deal? It's just a triple chain stitch. Here, I actually have to, let me take off what I'm wearing currently. So this is a much pricier, Ironheart shirt that I have, that I like quite a bit. And I checked on my UHFs I have as well. That's actually the wrong seam we're looking at. They just use a double, right? And that's not to say that a triple is inherently better than a double. Like, if a double holds it together, that's fine, and the triple doesn't add anything. But the fact that Gustin didn't just say, a double's fine because other high-end manufacturers that have, an extremely good reputation, they use doubles, so we're going to use doubles, sort of shows the fact that they are really, in it for the quality. I'm going to put this back, clip that there. And yeah, just really nicely done. Most of the other seams you can see are just double chain stitch. But look at that fabric, guys. Like I said in the intro, you're not going to find something like this anywhere else. Chain stitch runoff. Again, I mean, this is something I guess for maybe Japanese Selvedge denim heads. They like this stuff. I don't. I think it's silly. I'm going to cut it off after the video. But if you like it, you can leave it. But this shirt, this is a medium. When I first got it, before I finished losing my pounds that I lost recently, it was a bit snug. The medium is now absolutely perfect. This is one of the best fitting shirts I have. It's thick, it's beefy, it feels great. And I think, I'm not going to name any brands, but there's a lot of other brands that charge between, call it $180 to $300 for a shirt like this that I think aren't as nice as this. Like, I'm definitely 100% going to be buying more of Gustin's shirts. See, there's another triple stitch there, attaching the arm. Triple stitch there. Yeah, I'm going to be buying more Gustin shirts. I think they sent this to me, and I'm glad they did, because I was more impressed with this than I thought I would be. But yeah, look at that, guys. Like, how cool is that? And I grew up in Ohio, and that's Michigan colors, and even I love that. So, okay, we're not going to pause to talk about the last one, so I have it right here. This was one of my early purchases as well. Had this a couple of years. This is a waffle. So it's Oxblood waffle, they call it. These are the kinds of things that pop up, maybe in different colors, onesie twosies here and there over the years. So if you're looking for something like this, you may have to go to the website a lot and look. But yeah, it's warm, it's stylish, it's a cool, unique color. They call it Oxblood, but it's actually kind of like, it's got more purple, I think, in that red, like a dusky purple. But I've been impressed with this. It has sort of this sort of natural hem at the bottom, which if you don't like that style, fine, don't buy the shirt. The large is a little long on me, but with the way my chest and shoulders are, it fits perfectly. So I either, tuck it in, front tuck it, or just let it go. But this is also a really nice piece. I think as this is my last piece to show off, I'm gonna see how this works if I pick this up, and can I flip it around? We're doing this in real time. No, I can't. All right, so I paused it and flipped it around so I can talk here just as we finish up. So all of this stuff, the only real issue I have is the tag on the t-shirts. And that's easy enough to fix. Or you can just say, you know what, I'm just not going to buy these. Everything else from the denim, once you get the size right. Now, some people may not want to buy anything that they're not 100% sure on the size. I think you should probably just, I don't know, this is going to sound harsh. Don't be lazy. You know, they'll take returns back to give you credit. Take my advice, go 2 sizes up from what you think you need. And unless you're actually slim or actually skinny, like I'm not slim, I'm not skinny. I shouldn't have gotten slim. Like I needed the regular, the straight. So yeah, it's a great brand. They have great stuff. I'm impressed with pretty much everything. Once you get the sizing dialed in, I think you'll be impressed too. So with that said, I'm going to put a few videos showing off what the jeans look like on me so you can see what I was talking about. And then if you have any questions, you know, just leave them for me in the comments. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.